got the... This is pretty bad. We're already capped out, and it's only Thursday. So, if you caught my earlier no, don't see how I can do anything with that. Gotta love the spammers. All right. If you caught the earlier stream when I was on my main account, I went out to Perry's Folly and Ochosi to work on some FedRep grinds after I did some mining, and got frustrated because I wasn't getting very much. So there wasn't I need to open this up. The missions just weren't there. So I'm going to go with this ship. And check. Oh yeah, we got plenty of planets along the way. That's a long ways between those two locations. All right, so yep. What I'm going to do is do the Road to Riches straight line shot. On my way over there, scanning the profitable planet systems. And the like to make some good credit on the way. See what's missions are going there. See if it would be good for me to do that. I did get the fleet carrier on the main account, so that's all set up. This ship, I'll be going and I think doing a Type 9 mining ship. No, I think I'll go with a Python mining ship and get that done. Oh, get this stuff reorganized. There's no weapons, so no need for weapons, period. Because I need the 500 ores for the engineering stuff. So after we get to explore to elite status, I'm going to go get to Shinrata, to Jameson's Memorial, make the ship, fly down to where my fleet carrier is sitting. Actually, no, I won't have to, because how much do I get fuel scooping? Okay, I get a good amount fuel scooping. Get that with go back to the fleet carrier and move the mining ship down with the fleet carrier. Mine my 500 tons and do some stuff along those lines to get some cash. But after we get all the engineers set that we need in this area, we'll go and take that fleet carrier to Colonia, doing some exploration and stuff along the way. On our way back from Colonia, we're going to actually might do it on the way there. I'm going to do a lot of exploration. So it's going to be a long trip to Colonia. I'll do a 500 light year jump, a lot of exploration, 500 light year jump, a lot of exploration. So it's going to take several weeks to do it. Basically looking at a plane. I'll figure out some way to figure out a plane. One account will go to one side, and one account will do exploration on the other side. So one day I'll do it with one account, next day I'll do it with the other one, and then I'll jump the ship again. I have contemplated doing that prior to making elite, because I'll make it will help get into elite. But it's not the fastest way to do it. Where are we at now on this? We're barely into Ranger. I want to say it's around 100 million credits to get out of Ranger, or something along those lines. 7 Pro Planet. That's short. So I'm going to actually have that one go a little bit on the long side and shoot that one just for a coverage.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
All right. Oh, come on. There we go. I was going to say, that shouldn't be out of my jump capability.
Frameshift drive charging.
this was not on my chart, and that's why. There's actually no planets here.
Frameshift drive charging.
I skipped a couple because we've already been there. And I'll be doing some more skips because of distance. So it's not going to be a huge amount, but we should get a pretty good payday out at the end of this. And what I'm going to do is, when we get
Fuel scooping.
to this system that I'm going to do the rep grind in, my plan is sit here for a minute, see if my temps go up. I saw one temp go down. Yep, it's going down. So we'll go ahead and do the scan here while we're still slowly scooping fuel. I like being efficient. There's the planet. 238 away. We're almost full of fuel. Close enough that I'm not going to care about getting a little bit more. Heavy metal content. Yep, we'll go to that one next. After this next system, we're going to be skipping a whole bunch on this list because they're a long ways out. I don't have something you want because I have nothing on my ship. That's why I wish you could scan while in, your transit, so you don't get jumped when you have nothing in your cargo. Right? Yeah, nothing in the cargo. What's he going after? In situations like that where you have nothing in your cargo, a lot of times and you're not doing something that has people come after you, a lot of times it's easier just to actually submit and then start your jump again. It's faster than doing that evasion. Another 7 probes.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
We're going to this one next. Okay. That's the next one. All right. So when we get to where we're going, we'll see what the what it looks like between that location and uh, where we're at. So if it's a good long run, I'll sell the data right there because we'll make enough um, running to where I want to sell the data to for the rep. That's the one we're going to. Got it pointed there. Our next system. They actually have a heavy metal content here too. But you know me. Actually, we'll go and check that. It's Planet 2. Well, if it's close to this one, we'll do it. If it's 300 something light seconds out, we'll just jump to the next one on the list. We've got a lot of planets, systems that have good planets at. So we'll just keep it rolling. No, not quite yet.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Um, yep, 2. Not that far away. We'll go ahead and do it. Okay. This, I think, is going to be a real small planet. Fairly small, at least. Maybe a 4. No, a 6. I felt like changing my pattern up a little bit. I should be able to get it with 4 probes.
Surface scanned by 50%.
It all depends on how much overlapping I end up doing. And I have a lot of overlap.
Surface scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Okay. Ooh, we got Earth-like world. A couple systems away. Gonna go ahead and do this now. Next system, a quick hit on a water world. Um, try with these 4 spread this way.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Oh, missed it by 1 that time. What's the backside looking like? Yeah.
Surface scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
One Earth-like world.
Two.
Two Earth-like worlds. 3, 4, 5. 5 Earth-like worlds on this run through. That is going to be pretty quick. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm going to mark that one as off. It's not going to let clear. That's not going to clear again. These two on our next one should, I think, are orbiting each other. They'll be paying a decent amount. All right. My phone's been blown up all night. Woohoo! I get to sleep in a little bit tomorrow. First load of the day got pushed back by almost 2 hours. And I think it's going to, because of timing, I think it's going to make it a short day too. Nice. Not for the pocketbook, but nice for doing other stuff. This bottom one's the one I'm really wondering about. I'm curious about how far up it goes. There's our 4. Piece of cake. That's the only one we were going to... Wrong button. That's the only one of those we were going to do. FSD should cool off pretty quick. That's good. It's up. We're out of here. Skip that one. We're going to go to this one next. That has an Earth-like world on it. we'll see what the temps do.
Fuel scooping complete.
Beautiful. I don't know if it's because I spent so much time behind the controls of this ship. I just really like the Asp Explorer. I am probably going to set this up with a double SRB hangar. Make a Diamondback Explorer from one of my bubble buses, and I'll use this to go out and get engineering materials and all that kind of good stuff. Yes, they are orbiting each other. Perfect. That makes this a lot easier. We go off to the side just a wee bit, like about there. That way we just come into here, do this one. Okay, this is the 6 probe one. Let's try that center line again.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Yeah, we got massive overlap, but that's the
complete.
that's the game plan. So we go over here. And hit this one, which is a high metal content. Same thing. You can get away with shooting your first probe off before checking, especially if you do it like this where you're hitting just the top. But you better make sure you're supposed to use 6 or more, you know. Usually if you shoot the first top,
50%.
and if it's only a low probe system, it's usually pretty easy to correct. Okay, we don't have that set up yet. Next station system, I should say. And this one has an Earth-like world on it. By what I'm seeing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've already got over 6 million. Nice. I think I'm going to skip a bunch of them. Just for the S&Gs of it. Actually, we just don't need to do them. Alright. Where are these? That's the Earth-like world. I'm going to go and skip to the next Earth-like world. Skip to the next Earth-like world. Okay, that's not the one we were wanting. That's the one we're supposed to be targeting. Oh, I thought it went and did something else. That was the one we were going to. Now, if we had mapped this whole system and okay, I'm going to go back to this one. If we had mapped the whole system and did a whole bunch of other stuff, this system could easily have been our most profitable. Oh yeah, we got it.
Surface scan complete.
Pretty good jump because I skipped a whole bunch of them.
Frameshift drive.
This one's another Earth-like world. And I'm going to skip to another Earth-like world. And then another big jump to multiple Earth-like worlds.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive
BB. Nope. Okay. I've got our next one lined up.
4, 3, 2.
And then we're going to do another big jump. Oops. I got to remember don't have that going. Actually, chances are my phone's not going to be ringing off the hook anymore.
Fuel scooping complete.
And should have gone the other way. Okay. Yeah. Next one's going to be another big jump out. And I think we might go in map 2 here just because we got something right next to it. I don't think that's going to be worth mapping. It just makes me think it's a moon. It's not one, and generally you don't have real good good ones on them around Earth-like worlds. You can get some pretty good ones around Titans.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Just in case, I'll launch that one. And this was BGX.
Surface scan complete.
BGX. D1. Yeah, okay. This is that one. All right. It's getting ahead of myself.
Frameshift drive charging.
Come back up. Yep, we got that one.
3, 2,
2-13.
Fuels complete. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay. How in the heck did that come off of it? Okay, it's I think because we have two planets real close together. Okay, and this one, we are going to do the one right next to it because it's a heavy metal content. When I put my cursor back over it, it highlighted the other planet. Six.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
And another sixer. Three, two, one, and I'll fire that one.
Surface
Okay. Redgua AI. Okay. Oh. That's because we have multiple jumps. GMU. QMU. Okay, yeah. WDK. D8. All right. And then when we get to Sothis, there's actually 2 Earth-like worlds in Sothis. And we'll map them out and sell them down the road. Mark Sothis. Go up to the top of the page. Get back on this. Is that our target? That is our target. Next jump is Sothis. Okay, so back to what I was doing a minute ago. This. And I think we're going to go with the next one as 78 Ursay. If not, oops. If there are the right missions here, I'm going to run one round because I'm curious if you can get trader stats by doing missions. I don't think so.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan
Done.
complete.
So this here we come.
Frameshift drive
So this is getting to 78. Ooh. I'm kind of thinking we've done that one.
3, 2, 1.
Procyon. EU. It must be from the previous run-throughs. All right. No, that's right. I wasn't looking at that. So I need to go and look at this, I think. We are up here. Federation United, Federation United, Federation United. Okay, so we can get the missions from each of the stations here. And that's one of the big differences with this loop. You have 4 stations on one end and 2 or 3 on the other. And what I'd be looking for is missions into Cios. Okay, so I've got okay, we have some more than enough stops along the way to the other place for me not to worry about it. We're going to sell our data here. Curiosity. Unexplored. That's an Earth-like world right there. Oh, here's the double Earth-like worlds right there. So we'll get them no problem as we go into those stations. Well, that's if I do those. We're just going to take a quick peek right here. And see what that mission board looks like after we sell our data. Actually, we can sell our data first. It doesn't really matter. So we've been running for just a shade over an hour, and I probably killed a good 5+ minutes at the beginning. So we'll see what we're making an hour on average doing this. We are a long way. Yeah. Okay, and I don't think we have multiple pages, but that was 12 million in about an hour. So that's not too shabby, if I say so myself. What's our message? Rep. Ally of the Federation. So the next thing I want to do, that doesn't show up every time all the time. Okay, so it's real easy because we're penniless in trade. So let's take a look at the mission board. I believe, see, this is what I'm talking about, these missions right here. Babbage Gateway. I'm going to accept these because I'm curious. And you could go and carry some other stuff. I mean, do some others of these into COs2 for these other individuals. But I'm not looking at doing that. What I want to do is hit these 2 stations, also get those planets mapped, and then deliver the missions. turn the missions in, and then we'll find out if it does anything for trading. Because I did my rep grinds while I was maxed out in trading.
Engaged.
Oh, so I use up all my energy in my boost. Woo!
Frameshift drive charging.
That's what happens when you put real lightweight equipment on to get your jump range up.
Engage.
So what we'll be doing is what, they didn't clean my windows? Oh, they slack. We'll come into new home. Map the planet. Just so it's done. Land, get the missions. Rinse and repeat. Then we go out to Cios. Turn them in and see if we get anything in trading. It would take you a long time to get out here, but you could get all the way out here in a smaller ship. Personally, I prefer the Empire small ship than the rep-locked Federation ships. Corvette's not bad. I just like the lines more for the Empire ships. And this is one of the reasons a lot of people go with the other loop, because you've got a lot of stations you're running between to get these. And that takes time. But we'll get those missions, run down. I'm actually going to go ahead and label this as been done. Yeah, we'll do the missions. This is going to be a fairly long stream because I'm going to run those missions, answer that question I've got about getting the trade rank. But I don't think you do get running the missions. But I'm just not 100%. Get that done. Go to Dawn's Inheritance is right here too. So that's the other station we need to go to. So the first station we went to was Valinsky Enterprise. Then you have Sothis Mining too. I miss Sothis Mining. There was 2 stations back there. I skipped one. Whoops. getting too close to pull up the map. I'll pull it up once we start the docking. I generally do this with a small ship like the Cobra Mark III, stuff like that, because you don't need anything fancy. And if you do get blown up, you're not out a whole bunch of money. Oh, that Sothis Mining is all the way out here. Okay. We did not map the planet. So we'll have to do that again when we leave. Come on, bring me in. Gonna bring that one in first. Oh, somehow I thought it canceled it out when I went and opened that up, I guess. We're just going to do these two, not go all the way out to Sothis Mining. Map these two planets, hit this station and another one. Go and run those missions. Gives us a little bit of a break from pure exploration. And if you're able to get some stuff from that, that's even a bonus. Every data mission that goes to Ceos is what we're going to do. Look at this. We are getting so many data missions from this guy. Beautiful. See, you can also pay into it, and that will bump up the rep. We're going to go auto launch. And Dawn's Inheritance. Not all that far away. But once we go into jump, we got to, or, you know, fast travel. We have to map the planet, map the other planet, land, and get a bunch more missions. We have 10 missions right now, as it stands. So I strongly suggest only doing those data missions for the feds, because that's what you're trying, that's what you're working on. Give me speed.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
All right. instead of doing it this way. Okay, that's how they're at. I think they're both over here by Dawn's Inheritance, right next to each other. Unexplored. Earth-like world. Earth-like world. So we'll map both of these, then go to Dawn's Inheritance. Actually, I think Dawn's Inheritance is right there. It is. So let's go ahead, map this one, and then come back, map, and hit Dawn's. No. I don't want to mess with that. We have a... There was a lot of pirate activity around that other planet. 7 probes.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Are you serious? How much did I miss? Oh, 1 freaking percent.
Surface scan complete. Okay. Did that go up yet? Yep, 16% into Ranger.
Not seeing any uh, engineering rewards, but that's okay. Now, since we're not going to any of the others, I'll fill up by hitting these other COs at this station. Ancient shock mounts you do need in at a certain point, but an ancient shock mount is a trade item. There we go. We're full. Launch. Cios is closed, so I'm going to go down this way. Just to get the extra cash. Because when you're doing it for rep, you always go reputation. Because I'm doing it just to test out and see if we can get merchant trade points. I'm actually going to get take cash. Come on, come on.
Frameshift drive charging.
So you go into the system. Throttles down. I don't worry about those. I go to the closest station first. Now, what those messages are, time bonuses. New Dawn Station is where a bunch of them are wanting me at now. But 20 minutes to get there, especially since I'm just clearing out, I'm just getting rid, turning in the missions. We can get that. We can still get to that one. But when I do these kind of runs, I do it with a ship that's got real fast thrusters so I can get away from the stations as fast as possible. And other things like that. A lot of times I'll have extremely strong shields. That way I can get out of there. I can take some hits from ships and just run if they break me out of cruise. So we just got a bunch more messages. See, we're coming into Brunel Hub now. Nope. Yeah, we're coming into Brunel. And we're going to lose on one of these. You have to be able to come in fast on some of those time missions, and I just don't worry about them. We did not waste any time getting into this station, but yet we're going to lose bonus on some of these. Just because our ship's not fast enough. So, I usually would do that, but I'm going to do these.
Incoming message.
Just doing the cash. We don't care about the rest.
Incoming message.
And a lot of those incoming messages we're getting now is the loss of the bonus. Okay, and those missions are always right in here. Usually we'd go in here and pick up your next round, right back to Sothis. But we're not doing that. Auto launch. Next station. We went up in trade rank. So you can get trade by running these missions. We went, yeah, we went up 2 levels. Nice. So realistically, okay, you can come out of the start zone and immediately start trading. You could actually do trading in the start zone by doing data missions, so you don't need a big ship.
Drive charging.
Oh, that makes it so much easier to level up trading. Yeah, you need more money for it, but New Dawn Station, 30 minutes, 20,000 extra credits. After we're done here, we had no money at all in trading. And as your reps go up and stuff like that, you have your better paying missions. You could do this and make as much money as exploration. It just, you won't get to elite as fast because you need to make a lot more money in trade than exploration to go up the levels. But what you could do is do this to get your superpower rep up. I mean rank, not rep, rank up. And of course, like everything else in games, your first several levels are always the easiest. Um, hey, how's you doing, Commander Witchman? Yeah, sorry, I had another screen up blocking that one. If you're still on the channel. And the Lupa Shane. What I'm sitting at now, I think I am just going to go and do the... Good deal, Commander. Yeah. I was primarily working this for exploration, but I wanted to check if you could make trade credits by doing these rep missions. I had parked my other account in... I'm drawing a blank of the system now. One of the other rep grinds for the feds. After doing some mining, and their missions weren't running very hard, and boom, I come over here with this one just to get the exploration all the way out here, and it's just missions left and right. But I'm just going to turn these in and then make my way to 78 Ursae Majoris for turn in the exploration data for the rep there for that engineer unlock for later down the road. Because once I sell that one and I get them allied, I don't have to worry about any of those reps. I'm good to go. I'm not sure yet. I got enough on my fleet carrier on the other account. I might just go and park this on it and start doing some moves. Yeah, that I have seen that. It works pretty dang good. Back when mining, before they did that last couple changes, I think it was, I did a speed run on it, and I want to say it was like 12 hours of game time. I was in Elite solo. No wing mining, nothing, just upgrading the ship when I could. And it took me no time at all to get all the way through.
Landing operation complete. Dispatching ground crew. Station facilities are at your disposal, Commander.
And I'm not even doing stuff for the reputation bonuses on this because I'm more was working on the trade rank.
Incoming message.
So it'd be real easy to get to do this right off the get-go. It'd be a safe way to get some quick credit, get some rep going at the same time early on, is just by doing these missions. Taking these back to Sothis. The one I was talking about was the Ochosi to Chakpa loop. That's pretty common for the feds. All right, what have we got here? We're now a dealer in trade. We still have another station, don't we? we do.
Detach is good. You may leave when ready.
So, yep. That's what we can do. Let's see, where were we at? Stats, trading. We were doing all of that. But it doesn't count as trading, but we're getting trader stats.
Scan detected.
Well, don't know how you could check that then. We don't, I didn't look to see where we were at cash-wise before we started selling all of these. I want to say it was about 10. No, it couldn't have been 10 mil. Yeah, it could have been, but we sold the 12. So we've made about $1 million, I'm thinking,
Frameshift drive
on these things. We'll make a little over about $1 million.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
So it's early on, so it's not like we're getting the really high-paying missions yet either. Now, are you doing that with like a Type 9 maxed out with cargo? Because you said you're not mining them, you're just doing trading. I'm assuming you're using a big trading ship so you can make it in one round. Yeah. That's what I've got for my trade ship on the other accounts, a Type 9. Then I've got a Python for mining and oh shoot, what is it? The Cutter, the big one for the Empire. The big Empire ship's my big mining ship. I can't believe I can't remember what it is. I was just in it. Hour and 45 minutes ago. So yeah, doing those kind of missions, you could easily do that with I don't know, start out with an adder early on, maybe, or the hauler. Heck, you could do these data missions enough to get a small transport ship. That's a good. Oh, I might do that. I've been on a big kick recently. I'm not quite as bad as you then. I've only got 3 of them. I have passenger, combat, and a mining python. My explorations are on the main account are an ASP Explorer and a DBX are my main ones I'm using for exploration on both my accounts. Well, this one doesn't have a DBX on it, but I do like the Python. It's so versatile.
Recon Charlie, Hotel Yankee. Federal Flight Control would like to welcome you to this facility. Authorization cleared. Make your way to landing pad 03. Automated docking confirmed.
But I've been doing a lot of stuff with startups. I might have to reset this account yet again. Um, seven different types of ships as explorers. I know the Mark II is supposed to be a good one. No, the Phantom's the better one. I have a Jumpaconda 2 that I could use for exploration. I've used Cobra Mark IIIs for exploration. I just don't know what else I'd want to make as an exploration. I've known people that have had the passenger ships as exploration ships. Some of these trading ships could be made into good exploration. They have real good jump range if you strip them down.
Contact. Deploying ground crew.
Yeah, I've got the Mark II. Great. It took me a long, long time to get the feel of that in combat. Um, I'm like you. I don't particularly care for it, and I really don't. I don't care for it in dogfights either. Um, oh, we're now a dealer. I'm a dealer. You need anything? That amount of time. Gosh, is that okay? So we're dealer in trading. That's not matching up. That must be an old picture. Um, let's see if this one goes better. I'm not seeing dealer on any of these. Okay, there's the dealer. Okay, that's one, two, third level up. That's equivalent to a surveyor. We need 3 more levels to get to where we're at in exploration. Or thereabouts. Okay. Um, but they are fun. They are quick ships. They maneuver great. It just my problem is the way the cockpit sits. It's hard for me to line up for my shots. Um, I think I'm going to. We might have made $1 million out of all the things we did just now, but I don't think so. I think we're well under that still. Maybe half. Um, let's go ahead and start our way to 78 or say. And slowly get that direction. I want to say I only have one Anaconda that I've changed out numerous times with different setups.
Release. Go for departure.
I have one Diamondback Explorer that I've actually did a lot of stripping it down because I've got that as my bubble bus. I use that to bounce all over the place wherever I need to go. My Asp Explorer I have on the other account is full setup for exploration with all the scanners and everything else. But you really piqued my interest. I might test out that other setup. Because we've got a long way to go with exploration. Over 250 million credits still needing to go. 250 million.
Scan detected.
Hard put. Yeah, I built the Anaconda. I built it. What did I first use it for? I believe I was first using it for uh, um, I did a little mining in it, I think, the first thing I did. Yeah, something like that. But then I made it into a Jumpaconda, and I haven't really done a lot with it since then. I started doing that with my Pythons, where I just made a ship for it. That's one way I can check. Empire. Yeah, my cutter is my big mining ship, and then my clipper, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I can't find a use for it. Mine is sitting for over 71 light years, and it's not fully engineered yet.
3, 2.
Um, there are people that have done gosh, I can't remember what the um oh, what is it at? I'll have to look it up. I can't think of what it is. Um, but I'm leaning towards like 400 or 500 light years using a neutron star to jump and a bunch of other stuff is the reigning champ, and that was with the Jumpaconda. Yeah, yeah. I got tired of trying to build it up even more and more, stripping things down, lightening it up. I still have to unlock a couple engineers to finish that. Let's see. Yeah, that's why I'm doubting myself. Let's see what's okay. That's not going to work. Um, yeah, because I can't. I'm trying to remember what. Okay, here's um 80. That's 160. That's 270. You can get using the neutron highway. And what they're doing is, I think they're doing the boost prior to charging or something. You know what I mean? No, it's not that. It's the injection. They max the injection out, and then they go do this. So it doubles your jump range, and then they go through the neutron star that triples that, I believe. And they've done some stupid. Okay, you can't do those two. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. There might be uh, doing it some other way, but there's things on YouTube that I'm just not you well, some links to YouTube, but that have like 337 and some other big 335. So I just remember it's extremely lot longer than I've ever gone. I don't do a lot on the Neutron Highway. I did the return trip from Colonia on the Neutron Highway, but that's about all I've done on it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a completely stripped down, and I think the Anaconda is the one that's got the biggest, that's shown the biggest like that, and that's all they're making it for is that extreme length. They've got, I mean, it has no boost, um, and they actually, I think they turn stuff off because if they don't have the power. Um, I haven't watched any of the videos. I just heard guys talking about it. That's the thing with mine is I've got boost. I can do all of that. Um, I just don't have the. I don't think I've engineered the hull and armor and stuff for lighter weight yet. And I think that's what is holding me back a bunch is that weight. But it's been so long since I've done anything with it, I don't remember. Now, do you on all your explorer ships? Do you have a SRV?
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Yeah, I like my Diamondback Explorer. I took the SRV hanger out of it that I use for my bubble bus because it's mid to upper 70 light year range, I think, if I remember right. I'd have to look at it. I haven't flown that ship for probably 6+ months. I've been doing stuff on this account. I believe this. I've reset this account 3 times in the last
Drive charging.
8 months. Or I should say deleted the save.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, my main account, I won't reset that one. This account, I got this account, bought the game over again and did all that because of a buddy of mine said, "Oh, I'll start playing that with you." So I wanted to help him out from the get-go, show him some things how to do some stuff, and he flaked out on me completely. And since I've got the account anyways, I've been doing other things with it, like I'll reset it and start over to see how long it takes me to do this or takes to do that. Um, this account will probably pretty much not go anywhere extreme. My main account, that one, I do everything with. Um, like I said, when you made me start thinking about doing those missions, I sat there and did the math, and there's 20 more hours of gameplay on this one to get uh, to Elite just by exploration. Yeah, I was more going to run like a wing with them without, you know, overpowered ships or all that, and he's kind of slow on the uptake on some things, so I wanted to be closer in on it. And then I think he put like 5 hours into it and flaked. And I had a good chunk of change. That was just a little before the fleet carriers came out, actually. I had a good chunk of change in my main account, and I was just getting bored with doing everything else. So I wanted to try something different. So I reset to see how fast I could go to. Well, I took off with that playthrough that I was going to do with him, and did a speed run to elite through mining, and then did another one. I started another one with exploration, but got sidetracked by opening up a whole bunch of engineers. So I reset it to do this one.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Yeah, I was more trying to get him to get an idea, but I've been contemplating doing resets anyways, because like when I was big on WoW and stuff, I'm one of those strange people that like to restart things over again to see if there's a better way to do something. So I would get characters pretty much maxed out, and then delete them and remake a new roll a new character. It's just one of my idiosyncrasies.
Frameshift drive charging.
And with what you were saying about doing those missions, I'm seriously contemplating on resetting this instead of doing the full 20 hours, and just see how long it takes me on that.
3, 2.
Because as it sits now, I've got over 12 hours into this one now, I believe.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. So I'm just going to run down, turn this one in. But yeah, it's seriously thought-provoking. I might just, instead of doing a delete, go ahead and push through the 20. And I'm not sure what ship I would use, though. Oh, well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. On my main, I've got, not sure about the total light year moving. The kills are probably not a high up there because I haven't done a lot of bounty hunting and stuff like that. But I've gone through over 15 ships. I'm not sure how many I still have. had close to 10 billion in assets before, a little before the fleet carriers came in, and then I bought a couple ships and did some other stuff, and then just recently bought my fleet carrier. So I'm down to less than $1 billion, but that won't take me long to get back up. No, I've got, like I said, it's my main account I won't delete. So I think I'm going to actually do that, the trade stuff, to make some cash on this one after I get it all set up. I missed that one again, dang it. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about doing it, but I was contemplating doubling up exploration and taking both accounts out to back to Colonia after I got engineering set up to the point where I needed to get to Colonia again, and just doing massive exploration out there. My main account is 20 or 30% into the last rank before elite on exploration. But also I was getting fed up with the way things were going with the mining stuff. So I was going to use that to do the mining, but I think I am going to use it as a hub though for exploration. When I go out, I'll just use that ship to so I don't have a whole bunch of money in my exploration. Yeah, I'll lose, was it 25% if I sell it to my own ship? But that's almost better than crashing and burning and losing everything after 10, 12 hours of heavy exploration in the black where you got a lot of firsts and stuff. I'm thinking I'm going to do that. I might actually do, let's see, 23 mil. What kind of jump ranges are you needing to get those done? Are you doing a long distance on them, or is it fairly close in? Cubio? Yeah, I'm more wondering about, is that all local in that same system that you're doing that, or is it it's multi-system, isn't it? Because what I'm trying to figure out is how much, work I'd have to put into a ship to do it. Because I go nuts just doing the exploration back and forth after amount of time. So to do something like that to make a bunch of cash flow come in, You know, do that for a couple hours one day instead of a bunch of exploration. You'd get the extra cash in the on that account and be able to do some other stuff.
Surface scanned by 50%.
So about 15.
Surface scan complete.
Now, is it all big volume where you need a big ship? But I'm assuming at the start you can do it with smaller ships.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about starting out though. You'd have to do a lot more loops. You know, let's say starting with a
3, 2, 1.
something 100 to 200 tons of cargo. You know, just starting it out is what I was more looking at.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, my main account, I do them with my Type 9 geared up for cargo. And you probably don't even use a fuel scoop in it if you're only doing that kind of distance. Or like a Guardian jump module. So you maximize the cargo completely. That's what I figured. Maximize that cargo. I'm trying to remember which of my ships is shieldless. It's not my cargo. Because I didn't need it for the cargo. I can't remember what I was doing with it, but I was easily able to get enough cargo space in my Type 9 without that, and I was also traveling. Actually, I'm wondering if I had staged my Type 9 where I was mining and transported the cargo with the Type 9, and that way my mining ship was able to have more storage because it didn't need a fuel scoop and everything else. It all depends on what I'm doing. 9 times out of 10, if I'm when I'm get into a station, I let it do it all the way in because I'll go grab drinks and hit the restroom or do something else when I'm about to land at the station. So yeah, Type 6. I think I'd start with a 7.
Surface scan complete.
Let's see here. This was C-1713. Yeah, that's true because you're shieldless, so if they bump you into something that's causing damage. Especially on the interior stations, it's notorious for putting me into things. $15 rebuys? Ouch. 4, 3, 2. I've got Coriolis open right now, and I'm speccing the ship. See what it would cost. I think I already have the credits for it, for a Type 7. There you go. Loss of all your cargo, that's another X amount of money down the hole. No, it's accurate enough for like you know how much cargo I'd have on it. Gives me a rough idea of cost. While I'm out flying around, I can do it real quick as I'm going. And it tells me pretty dang quick if I can buy the ship or not. Because I've got 23 million and it's saying about 26, but I'm not sure exactly yet what equipment I'm going to change around on it, because I know I'll be changing some of the equipment around. Let's see here. Prime example, for some strange reason,
Surface scan complete.
some strange reason that has me having a 5A power plant on a trading ship. Why? Yeah, there's a lot of it that doesn't make sense. It's got, yeah, it has shield boosters on it. You know, because it's expecting you to get jumped and take it. Oh, I got you. I'm not looking at that kind of stuff. I'm looking at how many cargo slots do I get in it. Rough idea of what it's going to cost me to build. I don't look at how far it's going to jump, and all that other stuff. It's more of a game plan. I build it there. I'll look at it. Yeah, that looks right. And then I'll go whatever, you know, find out what station sells all the components from EDDB and go there to buy the ship and the components.
Fuel scooping complete.
Problem is when I start doing all that kind of stuff while I'm flying. Yeah. Well, I haven't built a trading ship of that size. All I've done is my Type 9. I've never owned the Type 7. My Pythons, I don't look at. I just build it. I've got a good idea what it's going to be. In actuality, most of my stuff I do I do it in Shinrata, and so of course it's cheaper, but I've got so many of the modules hanging around because I've changed out ships that 9 times out of 10 I'm not even buying modules. I've got fully engineered modules sitting there in the hangar.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah. I've gotten close. Then I bought a bunch of ships.
4,
Um,
2,
and then I got rid of a bunch of real low-end modules because I wasn't thinking I was going to ever need them again. And then I went and did something. I'm like, where's this module? Where's it? Oh, that's right. I sold all of this.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
And the one thing I do, and I haven't got me yet, is it gives me a rough idea what size of like power plant I could use on a ship. That's the biggest thing I need, so I don't go and try to get something and underpower myself. I've got a, oh shoot, is it? It's one of the Alliance ones. I can't remember if it's the Chieftain or what. I built that for my anti-Xeno because I primarily my anti-Xeno's always been the was it the Scouts? Yeah, Scouts. Um, I was wanting to get the Corvette to do the bigger ones, I think is what I was planning.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Actually, I think that's one of the things I first did on my Conda, was starting to build it for anti-Xeno, and then I changed over to the Chieftain or whichever one it is for some reason. Have you built up the cutter or any of the something like that for exploration? Or let's see, is it the cutter? No, it's the Corvette. That's actually one of the best trading ships because of the volume you can get, isn't it?
Scoping complete.
Okay, it's the cutter that has the highest. I knew it was one of those two that you pick. I picture it as a combat ship, and it actually is one of the best cargo ships. It just seems strange. Something like that, which I picture, like I said, military, has the best cargo compared to instead of the specifically built cargo ship. And thanks for the follow.
Yeah, there's some of these streams that I don't, but most of them I do. Put onto the YouTube one also.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Unfortunately, I live in farming community, so my bandwidth sucks. That's why the video isn't all that great. But a 2-hour recording of playing this game would take me about 4.5, closer to 5 hours to upload.
Frameshift drive.
Yeah, 1080. So it's like, no, I just stream it and switch it over. Yeah, it's depending on what you're doing, of course. It always makes it kind of boring when you're just doing this until there's some interaction on chat. There's really nothing going on for people watching.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, got that. Yeah, it is. I want to do I need to go and practice doing the camera angles and stuff, the exterior shots. Yeah, I realized I did it after I went, and I hope it doesn't take it away, but I reset the save on this last time, and I had something like 15 original sites that hadn't been acknowledged yet. I'm going to be upset if I lost them too. That would get me. Original discoveries and stuff. Well, most of them are planets. My main account, I've got some objects in space and some other things like that. Actually, I'm gonna, after I send the probes out, I'm gonna take a look and see what kind of things it shows for discoveries. Still on this account.
Okay, it's got some of the stuff. Oh well. That's what I was saying on my other account on the main. I've done very little pure exploration on it, but it's like 20 or 30% into the last rank beforehand. And then most of that was just honking and running around.
Fuel scoping.
Yeah, I'm contemplating
Complete.
doing some more in-depth exploration with this one here shortly. Going and getting an SRV into it, because it doesn't have one right now, because I just going for the jump distance. Running Road to Riches, you don't need SRV on your ship. You're just doing planet scans in the bubble. I'm not going to worry about one. But afterwards, yeah, I'm going to want it. Yeah, your Earth likes, your water worlds, your some heavy metal contents pay pretty good, and then ammonia with life bearing or something like that. And I think ammonia worlds period pay pretty good, but I'm not 100% on that. Basically, when I turn this one in,
By 50%.
when I get to 78 or say, I'm just going to go and go ahead and equip that, pick a direction, and just start flying that way. I actually had it going for a long time where I had it set preferred for the FG and K systems, since those have the highest probability of having water worlds and Earth likes. But there's some interesting things in some of those other systems too.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Yeah.
And part of that drives me nuts is the road to riches. Yeah, it tells you exactly where to go on and what planets are going to pay good, but I'd rather go out in the black and FSS it and map what I find. Uh, Getting closer and closer. This run's going to be pretty profitable. I've been doing a lot of higher end planets. Definitely going to have enough for a Type 7 and set it up. Do some of those missions, I could easily make the money back. And it'd probably be a whole lot more interesting than going through the asteroids right now.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Yeah.
Surface scan complete.
Getting to the point now, I'm very seriously thinking about skipping a whole bunch of places. And I'm going to. Okay. Hit this one for an Earth-like world.
Frameshift drive charged.
Heavy metal content pays pretty good also, but I'm just going to hit the Earth-like world here. Yeah. They pay decent, but they don't pay the highest by any stretch of the imagination.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, we're going to need a lot of metals, but yeah, I don't know why they think it pays the best or who told them that. I don't recall which one's the highest payout on me that I've ever gotten. But I have a feeling it's an Earth-like world or it was one of the giants. I can't remember what. But I know planets with ammonia-based life do pay pretty darn good. Exactly.
Surface scan.
Yeah, Road to Riches actually tells you to map all the HMCs. They'll tell you it all the time, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to map every single one of those. They're not worth my time, most of it. I'd rather go the extra jump distance and hit some more water worlds or Earth-like worlds than hitting an HMC.
Surface scan complete.
Alright. Get a couple jumps going this way.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's a long ways out. Not going to mess with it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, after this one, I think I'm going to call it on that routing. I think I'm just going to go straight in to 78.
Fuel scooping.
And you know that
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Road to Riches, I've gone and was doing
Frameshift
the
drive
road, and
charging.
in between places it was telling me to go, I honked and then dropped into FSS. Oh, look it, a water world right here. And it was like 200 light seconds away or something. It's like, how the heck could this not be there?
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I'm going to be well over 12 million on this run. I've lost track of how many
Fuel scooping.
decent planets I've surface mapped on it. I've already done this one, and it wasn't marked.
It's the only reason I'd have an Earth-like world mapped out right there.
Scooping complete.
Actually, what am I doing? Uh-oh. Yep. Have a good one. I'm only going to be going here and turning this stuff in, then I'm calling it a night myself. I got to work in the morning. You have a good night. Yeah, I'll be on, usually off by this time. On Pacific time, usually I'll be playing between 5 and 10 o'clock Pacific time.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Have a good one, Commander. Oh.
fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Recon Charlie, Hotel Yankee. Starcom welcomes you to this facility, Commander. We'll put a landing pad on hold for your arrival. Landing authorized. Head directly to docking bay 2-2. Initiating auto-docking sequence.
Scan detected. Landing gear deployed.
Contact confirmation. Clear for system shutdown.
Okay, almost 14 million there.
Incoming message.
Ally, that's all we needed. That's done. That's done. Okay, that hasn't gone back up yet. Let's take a look at this. What do they got? We'll see if I can show you what.
Incoming message.
This is the kind of things he's talking about. These missions here. Um, you'd have to pull up and find out where you have to go to do it. This one where they only need 7. This isn't a wing mission. 254,000 credits. These are the kind of missions he's talking about. I believe is what he was meaning. So basically just delivering 27 units of this stuff. That's the payout. The system's 12 light years out, but here's your running distance. See, if you have an idea of what they go through a lot, you have a big ship, you can just come in here with several units of both. This isn't all that bad. For 136,000 credits. What I would prefer to do is find a whole bunch of them going to that system. So I would go and either that or find, if some of these can be picked up in the same location. But yeah, so we've been given the permit. Boom. But that's the kind of missions he's talking about doing. And you can make some pretty good credits out of them, especially if you get it efficiently. Where you, like I was saying, let's say this one you would want to be in a wing. This one, 7 of these. You have 24 hours to do them in. So ideally, you'd want to go and get several missions, especially if you can get them, pick up the stuff fairly close to it, and bring them all back in here. And you could easily make good amount of money per hour. All right, so that's all there. Ranger's gone up finally, 34%. All of the, I'm going to close that out. Here's what I was doing while we were flying. This Type 7 would be good for that kind of stuff if it's all close in.
If you were uncomfortable and wanted some safety net, you could I would put a 5D shield on it. You'd lose 32 cargo, but you could bump into things and you won't get dinged. And then a docking computer to do the final parts of the landing if you're not comfortable. So looking at 21.5 million, we've got that. Not a very bad jump range. And of course that would go up because we could engineer it up several levels. And then you've got, actually, I'm going to go ahead close that out and stop the timer. Python 294. See, that Type 7 has more capacity, but it's also a large ship instead of a small. But it costs less than a Python. I could do some of those with the Explorer. We've got now, because I've got the 72 slots or 64 slots of cargo. So I could do several of those kind of loops that I was just explaining. Of course, that would raise up that, but it would be a break from exploration, which we have close to 20 more hours of. But all of the rep things are done. We have this is good. We can't get anything more on that until after I have to go 5,000 light years out. To do that one. We're not there yet. Oh, wait a minute. No, he doesn't have that. um, Elioth. Which one is the Elioth rep? Okay, this one here. we have this access. We haven't gone to the system yet. I think we got the mission, but it's a time thing, and I didn't want to take the time to do it to open him up. We get the Soontil relics. We can open her up. Okay, that's what it is. We have to upgrade her to get him. We already have the Sirius system set, so we have to trade her the Soontil relics. She'd unlock him. That unlocks Palin. Laurie Jameson doesn't matter because she's in Shinrata. We have to be elite to be able to use her, but she does do a lot of good stuff. We have to increase our combat rank also. So my main can open her up now. I don't think I have her unlocked. But right now, I'm not worried about any of these. We've unlocked all the rep we need to unlock with those exploration stuff. So I believe I am looking at going, and next time I play this account, either I'm going to do some of those trade missions to get some more cash, but I don't think so. I think I'm going to go towards the black out of ways. I might even do the 5,000 light years. And come back in, and we should have a crap load of credits worth of data to turn in. I don't think I'm going to go out with an SRB because there's not really a need. But that's what we're going to do next time through. Actually, yeah, we're going to do the exploration next time through on this one. I might park it in the middle of space somewhere because there's nothing around at the end of the time. And I'm going to do 2-hour blocks. Just go out, park it, and then I'll switch over to the main account. The main account, I'll run back out with one of my quicker jump ships to the fleet carrier, load up the low temp diamonds, deliver them somewhere to sell them, and then I'm going to go and do those trade missions to get some more cash on that account. I'll do about an hour's worth, maybe more, depends on how efficient I think I'm being, and we'll get a good idea on that. Have a good night. Bye.